Is BMI the best quick measurement for assessing a postmenopausal woman's heart disease risk? Or is there something better? Quick measurement, I'm still talking, but something better than BMI. You know what I'm saying. When your doctor takes your height and your weight, does the little calculation, says this is your BMI, and that indicates a certain degree of cardiovascular risk. Is there a better fast measurement you can do in the office? Well, according to a recent study in the journal Menopause, there is a better way. And what they have found is a more solid indicator of risk is your waist circumference. Let me tell you about this study. It is titled Accelerating Gains in Abdominal Fat During Menopause Tied to Heart Disease Risk. And they found that when you hit menopause, if you have this acceleration of your belly fat, you can be at the same weight, meaning you could 10 years ago have weighed exactly the same, but now your waist size is bigger. And maybe you've lost a few pounds of muscle, like we've talked about before. That visceral fat is what is excreting or secreting toxins that go and irritate your cardiovascular system. So here's the data. What they found in this study, average age 51, they did a CT scan of the abdominal area. They found the amount of visceral fat. This is the fat around in the abdomen, right? And then they also did carotid artery, the thickness of the intima. And this was by ultrasound. So this is a very cheap and quick test. Taking a CT scan is expensive and more involved test. And so you take these, and now you look at the rate of the intimal thickness growth versus the rate of abdominal fat growth. They are highly correlated. What they found is that for every 20% increase in abdominal fat, the thickness of the carotid artery lining went up 2%. And that had nothing to do with weight or BMI or any of the other regular risk factors. Heart disease, still the #1 killer of women over 50. Okay, more than breast cancer. So we should think about heart disease risk. And of course, everyone wants to lose weight for how you look and how you feel, how your clothes fit, so you don't have to buy a brand new outfit or a wardrobe. But really, we want to think about how is this affecting our long-term health? Because you're going to have a much better outlook for long-term health span if you keep your waist size down than if you just say, well, you know what? All my friends are gaining weight around their middle. Oh, it's just menopause. We all do this. You don't have to. It's harder not to. I'm not saying it's not more work than when you were younger, but it's not mandatory. You can resist it. So what goes on? Why do we have this propensity to gain abdominal fat? You know it's because your estrogen dropped, right? And when you have decreased estrogen, you also have decreased ability to be sensitive to insulin. Your insulin insensitivity goes up, right? So when you have more glucose coming into the system, more fructose, more sugar in general coming into the system, you are not as able to handle it as you used to be. And it gives the signal to store belly fat. It doesn't go storing on your hips and thighs like it used to. It goes to your belly. So we have to be very careful of that extra sugar intake, that high carbohydrate, high processed food, all the stuff that is so yummy that you say, oh, I just can't resist. I just love them. You can resist, even if you love them. You are stronger than you think. So don't let this study be you. Don't let you be one of those people who just starts to expand at the waistline and says, well, it's just part of my life. This is just what I do. Resist it. And I am here with you to help you resist it. You know, I have to fight the same fight as you. I am not sitting back and just taking what life gives me. I am actively going after the long lifespan, and I want to help you do the same. So if you learned anything from this, please hit the like button, share it with any of your friends who might be able to learn something from it too, because we want all of us to know this. We want everyone to understand that we can live longer and healthier. And it's not all that confusing. You just have to be exposed to the right information. So please go ahead, hit like, share it, hit subscribe so you hear from me some more on things that are all about helping women to live longer, healthier lives. Thanks so much for being here. See you again soon.